our goal is always to affect the quarterback. Obviously, a sack is great. That's the icing on the cake. I think when you get a sack or a tackle for loss, that sets offenses off track. You know, gets them in long yard situations, or obviously on third down, it gets you off the field. So, I mean, sacks are great, but to me, that's a byproduct of how we're affecting the quarterback. And I think you can do that in many different ways.
Coach, what does the loss of J.C. Jackson mean for the secondary rotation?
Well, I mean, just obviously we're down one guy. I mean, we were rotating all those freshmen that we brought in and played in that game, and they're going to continue to play for us. They're in the rotation. They're going to play, in the foreseeable future for games. So, obviously that's one guy less, one guy down, but we have enough bodies back there to be all right. I mean, I feel bad for JC, and he worked hard coming in here to put himself in a position to play and help us as a freshman. For him, I mean, he's a quick healer to a setback for him, but just a minor one, and he'll work through it and be fine. But in the meantime, the good part is we've been rotating a bunch of guys, so we'll be able to handle that.
Can you talk about the challenge facing the DH local format?
Yeah, he does a great job with. I mean, their offense is very balanced. They run the ball well and throw it well, and with him being part of their running game, that presents another issue. Anytime you're facing a team that runs with a quarterback, it's now an issue of numbers in the box because there's one more blocker they can account for by the threat of run with the quarterback. And he's good on his feet. He's making plays, and like you said, he's a big physical guy. So you got to hit him to get him down.
Coach, how much does it really help, or how much does it really matter that your defense, when going against your guys in practice, preseason, and spring, see an offense where the quarterback is capable of tucking it under? Is that always some kind of an advantage, or
Yeah, I think it's definitely an advantage. I mean, we were saying the other day. I mean, it's amazing. You get good at what you work on and see every day. I mean, what you emphasize, what you work on, you get better at. And so, by seeing that every day throughout camp and spring ball, I feel we've gotten better at playing those types of offenses. I mean, going back a couple of years ago, there wasn't many of those offenses in our conference, and we weren't one. So that was an oddball thing for us. We had to spend extra time to work on that to face spread type offenses. And again, spread's kind of a broad-based thing. I mean, you can't put all teams that play out of the shotgun with one back in the same category. They're not. But there's a lot of similar looks and things that we see now more often in practice than we ever saw before, and we see more often in our conference. I mean, that's really where our conference has gone to now.
On Monday, Dante talked about how he's taking a little bit of a mentor role towards some of the freshmen. How do you feel he's been as a leader for them, and also how do you feel the freshmen did in their first game on defense?
I thought the guys, they played well. I think they played with good effort. They played within the scheme. They responded to what we challenged them to do. They've got to keep going and keep growing. As does Dante. I think it's good that Dante's doing that. Dante's a great teammate. He's a great player. I think those guys, look up to him, and so for him to reach out to them and do that sort of thing, that's great for our team. But all those guys as a whole, we got to continue to grow and get better and better. But I thought for the first time out there, they did a good job.